Little bit of a different intro today, but what's a new crew? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about our Sam's Club haul. I just got 2 boxes from my Sam's Club order that I put in literally yesterday, and they're already here, which is awesome. It's always a good thing when you put in an order and it's not supposed to be here for like 3 days and it shows up earlier than you're expecting, which is always very nice. So we're gonna sit down and talk about things that I ordered. I don't know if everything that I ordered is here, because I know it said online that things were supposed to come in like, I think 3 different shipments, but it also said that things weren't gonna be here for a couple days. So I have one more box to open. We're gonna open these up and talk about what I got, kind of stocking up before winter. If you're new, we live 45 minutes away from a Sam's Club, more than that in bad weather. We live in northern Wisconsin, so things just get plowed with snow here, and I hate driving in the snow. I never used to be afraid of driving in the snow, but back in 2019 I was in a head-on collision with a pickup truck, and it was really bad. I was heavily pregnant with my son. Ended up spending a night in labor and delivery trying to get contractions under control. I was like 36 weeks pregnant, so it was just really scary. And now I don't drive in the snow unless like I absolutely have to, and it's very short distances. I'm definitely not driving over an hour on multiple lane highways to get to a big city. I'm just not going to do it. I did take a second to look at my order and remind myself what I bought, because even though it was just yesterday, I already forgot. That's mom brain for you. But when those things come in, I'll make sure that I pull the camera out and show you guys the rest of the haul, and then we'll talk about totals and things like that. So let's show you guys what came today. This is a convenience item for me. These are like the little potted coffees. I do have a Keurig. I love it. I also have a like espresso maker that does pots of coffee. It's really great. They were both gifts, which was very nice. But with my Keurig is what I use on a daily basis, just because I typically only drink a cup of coffee at a time. I use reusable K-cups that I got off Amazon. They're fantastic. That way I can just see if I have one up here right now. Okay, I don't, but that way I can still buy like my packages of coffee and dump them into my reusable K-cups. Just dump out my coffee grounds, which is great, because then I take my coffee grounds, I put them in the compost pile, and there's no waste. There's no plastic waste, nothing like that with like a K-cup. But I wanted to have some convenience in my life for this winter and just heading into things. I know that sometimes you just want a little convenience in your life. There's nothing wrong with that. This is also a storage shelf item for me, so we don't talk about politics here. We don't, but what we do talk about is being prepared. And when I'm filming this, the election is literally tomorrow. I was looking at my storage shelf, just trying to fill in a little bit of gaps, just in case. Just in case. It's better to be prepared. Coffee was one of those things that I didn't have, and these are 80 single servings of coffee. So if I get this, I know I have exactly 80 servings of coffee. It's not like a bag of coffee where I'm wondering, okay, like how many days am I really gonna have coffee for per each bag of coffee? This, I know exactly. I have 80 cups. If I have one a day, it's almost 3 months worth of coffee. I feel good about having that on the storage shelf. So there's that. Caramel and vanilla cream, and that's delicious. So love that. It's a medium roast. I am excited about these. Holiday baking is right around the corner. Not a good time to run out of vanilla. So I think it was the last time we were at Sam's Club, my husband was with me. Typically we do that together because it's a bigger trip. But he was looking at the ingredients on the cheaper vanilla versus some nice vanilla, and he was like, no way, this is an easy thing that we can switch out. So that's what we've done since then. So I got 2 of these 8 fluid ounces things of vanilla. I do think I'm gonna start making my own vanilla extract, but that's for another time. So here's that. These Tom and Cheese are Something we get almost every time we go to Sam's Club. Very easy. These will not live up in the pantry. They go down on the storage shelf. Typically, because there are two 20 packs in here, honestly what ends up happening is one of these 20 packs typically will go live in my husband's vehicle. My husband's a blue collar worker. My husband specifically is a steam fitter. My husband works specifically for a company that allows him to jump from project to project to project. My husband thrives in environments like that. If he were working at the same spot every day for the rest of his life, he would go bananas. He is someone who like needs new challenges, needs new projects, needs to think about things in new ways to stay happy and content. And it's one of the things I admire the most about him, because I am the complete opposite. I hate change. I despise it, like utterly despise it. I won't even put the updates on my phone because I don't like the newness of it. I just don't like it. But because he jumps from project to project to project, sometimes an 8-hour shift can very quickly turn into like a 12-hour shift, or a lot of times he'll work like a 16 or an 18-hour shutdown at a company so that he can service their pipes and do whatever the heck he does, weld some stuff together, you know, things that they do. And it's really convenient for him in those situations where sometimes you think you're only working 8 hours and then it turns into 16 hours or 18 hours and he didn't bring a big enough lunch or enough food, and he can go, you know what, I have some emergency like Tom and Chi in my car, or extra trail mix in my car, things like that that he can keep in there and just pull out as he needs, and then he can refill them. And that way, this is always going to be cheaper buying them in bulk like this than him stopping at a gas station every day and buying it. So this saves us a lot. And then the other half will just go downstairs on the storage shelf, and as the kids need like throwaway lunches for field trips, we'll put these like individually wrapped things in there for the kids so that they can just eat it and toss. Another throwaway items for the kids. This is the first time I've bought applesauce in years. We make all of our applesauce ourselves, and when the kids don't have field trips, I put them in little 4-ounce mason jars and put them in the fridge, prep them kind of all at once for the week. But when the kids need throwaway lunches, I'm not putting my mason jars in their lunches for them to throw away. So this is something just really nice. We can put this in their lunchbox with a plastic spoon, and they can have these on all of their field trips. There's 36 containers in here. This will definitely last us the year between our 3 kids that are in school, and this will be really great to have. So there is that. It is that time of year. My kids have been starting to ask me for hot chocolate, and we didn't have any. So here we go, hot chocolate. I do have mini marshmallows that we can throw in here for the kids. We get them from a local Amish shop. They're like delicious, homemade, fresh marshmallows. They're so good. Once you have them, you don't want those like little freeze-dried things that come in the hot chocolate anymore. So here we go. A lot of hot chocolate in here. This will not last us the winter. It just won't, because my kids will have a cup every day, usually with like breakfast, or after school they'll do a cup of hot chocolate. They really like it. So there's that. I needed another thing of ketchup. I told you guys that I wasn't going, or I didn't like the ingredients on this ketchup. I still don't, but we are gonna make ketchup. I've just been like super busy right now trying to like wrap up a ton of projects before winter really hits here, and I didn't have time to can ketchup, and I'm almost out, so I had to buy this, and there's that. A ginormous 10-pound bag of pancake mix. This is the best pancake mix. My kids love it. It's just add water. My 9-year-old and my 7-year-old can make these pancakes. I'm gonna say on their own. My 10-year-old can definitely, or my 9-year-old can definitely do it on her own. She can operate the stove as long as like my husband or I are in the vicinity of the kitchen. My 7-year-old, I definitely make sure I'm like standing and supervising, but she can whip these out just as easily. These are really, really great. Quick school mornings. We usually do pancakes like every Saturday or Sunday with either bacon or breakfast sausage that we get from the pig. So unbelievably delicious. And we are almost out, so I needed another one. I didn't need any syrup this time because I'm well stocked in syrup, so there's that. After a very busy canning season, I was out of Ziploc bags, like completely out. So I got these snack-sized ones for the kids, once again, just for throwaway lunches and things like that when the kids need them, because the kids have needed those more and more these days, and I'm realizing I am not very well prepared for those things, because a big goal of ours is to be as zero waste as possible, at least when it comes to like prepackaged things. And when you're making a lot of your kids' snacks from scratch, you need little snack baggies to put them in. So there's that. I needed another big thing of Ziploc freezer bags. These are the gallon-sized bags. This is what we use to preserve all of our vegetables that we grow and all of our fruit and things that we don't can, that we're freezing. This is what we put them in. So we went through at least 152 bags this year, which is a lot. Another fun hot chocolate thing. These are just little bags of hot chocolate. 9 things of chocolate supreme, 8 packages of French vanilla, 9 packages of salted caramel, 8 packages of chocolate mint. The 34 boxes, or 34 packages total. Because I host Christmas, I try to do a fun, different game every year for the kids. And I was kind of asking my kids, what do you think we should do? Well, my almost 2-year-old is obsessed with Bluey right now, so we're watching that like on repeat. They love the episode of Pass the Parcel, but back a couple years ago, my sister-in-law, who hosts Easter, did this cellophane wrap game, which is pretty similar to Pass the Parcel. You just wrap a ton of little trinkets and things in cellophane, in a big cellophane ball. The kids rip it up, they all sit in a circle and they'll like rip it up, and whatever falls out while you're ripping it out is yours. And then you pass the cellophane ball to the next person, and they just keep kind of going. You set like an 8-second timer, and whatever comes off in those 8 seconds, that's yours. You pass the ball another 8 seconds. You just keep going until the ball is no longer a ball of cellophane. So I've been picking up and ordering some things off Amazon, a ton of different like Christmassy fun kids things to put in this cellophane ball. And I thought these fun deluxe kind of hot chocolates would be fun to put in there for the kids for that cellophane wrap game. I will not put all 34 packets in here. I'll probably put, you know, just a couple packets in there just to fill it out a little bit. But I thought that those would be a little bit more fun than just like a Swiss Miss or something a little bit more elevated for all of these nieces and nephews that I have. These are actually a Christmas present for somebody in my life. This said person loves these things. They have since they were a kid. It's like one of those nostalgic items for them. I got a chocolate. I also got a strawberry, but this said person says that they never buy these because they would have no self-control and they would go through it all way too quickly, like way too quickly for them to justify themselves buying these things, which is totally funny. I think we can all relate to that as an adult, that like we won't let ourselves buy something because we like it so much and we just lose all sense of control and you just down it all at once. So I thought these would be a really fun Christmas present for said person. So these are just gonna go and stick away, and I cannot wait to watch them open these on Christmas. Obviously stocking up on things for Christmas, cookies and Christmas treats and things like that. I'm almost out of powdered sugar. I got 14 pounds. There's 7 bags. There's 7 pounds and I got 2 bags. I need these for all of the homemade cream cheese frosting we are going to be making come for the holidays. A couple of years ago, I started making all of my frostings from scratch. It was just one of those things I switched over. I use my mother-in-law's cutout cookie recipe, which is fantastic. But I changed the frosting. I don't use her frosting recipe. Her frosting recipe is great, but it's her recipe. And I use a caramel cream cheese frosting, which is awesome. We will definitely be making that come Christmas time. I'll bring you guys along for that. Absolutely delicious, but I needed a lot of powdered sugar. Will I use all 14 pounds for the holidays? Absolutely not. I also don't want to run out. So I got 2 bags. It'll last forever on the storage shelf. I'm not worried about it. The last thing for this haul, oh, never mind. I skipped over my trash bags. I did get 200 trash bags. This is something that I kept running out of, and I didn't remember that I was running out of it until I was grabbing the last trash bag from underneath the kitchen sink. So then I would have my husband stop and pick up a small bag on the way home. It would get me through. I did that like 3 months in a row. Finally remembered to order my big trash bags. 200 bags. This should last us a decently long time. At least you hope so, but there's that. Then the last thing I needed was just some dishwasher tabs. I got 2 boxes of each. This should last me a decent amount of time. 200 tabs. I was waiting for 2 more items to come in for my Sam's Club haul. However, I just got an email from Sam's Club saying that one of my items was lost in shipping, or my package just got misplaced, which is okay. They just refunded me back to my card and it was good to go. But yesterday I did get one of the 2 items, and that was just a big old thing of garlic salt. We use so much garlic salt for calzones. We put it on pizza crust. We do it on strombolis and breadsticks and like little, basically anything Italian, any sort of like Italian style bread that we make in house, we put garlic salt on. So I figured it was just time to do the big old Sam's Club version of it instead of the little itsy bitsy ones that I've been getting from Aldi or Walmart. So we will see how long this lasts. What I like to do is when I'm trying something new like this in bulk is once I open it and start using it, I'll write the date somewhere on the package. That way I can figure out how long it lasts and if it's something that we actually need to buy in bulk, because sometimes you can have something like this where you think you need to buy it in bulk because you use it all the time, but then you find out that you're still not going through it fast enough, and I don't want anything to ever to go to waste. So best buy on this is September of 26, so it should last a long time. That might not be a good example for the garlic salt, but sometimes there are things that we buy in bulk because we think we need to, and then we realize that we're just not going through it quite fast enough. So that is the final of my Sam's Club haul. Without the reimbursement of the granola bars that I ordered, my total came to $229. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be after my reimbursement, probably closer to like 220-ish. So not super bad. Stocked up on a couple of things that we really needed to, and got some fun things heading in for the winter. So that is the total Sam's Club haul for this month. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me over the last couple of days here, talking about Sam's Club and different items and things like that. Also getting ready for Christmas, which is right around the corner, and all those cool months with some fun snacks and different things. If you guys have any Sam's Club recommendations, leave them down below for me. I'm very new to Sam's Club and you guys love to give me ideas. So if there's any snacks, any fun winter things that you think I should be looking out for, let me know down below, like your must tries, things like that. I love to hear what people have to say about that stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope wherever you are, you're having a fantastic day, and I will catch you guys in another one. Bye.